Welcome back to my channel, Famous and Fabulous. Have you ever thought that people only adore the good-looking version of yourself on the outside? You're not by yourself. Even Johnny Depp, among the most well-known individuals on the earth, has experienced the same emotions. Everybody. Being liked for who he is what he truly desires. He really is. Not because of the parts he plays or the perception that others have of him, simply for being himself. In this video, we will examine Johnny's silent wish to be noticed and approved, not as a famous person, but as an actual person. Why would someone who has, so how much do success and fame seem invisible? What's the true tale behind the mask he's wears every day? And what connection does that have? To you, to us, and me? Stay put, because there is more compared to a movie star narrative. It's regarding each of us. And the average person need to experience love without acting out. Who is Johnny Depp then? Really? He is referred to as the pirate, the Mad Hatter, the enigmatic recluse in such numerous positions. However, the individual who created his character is quiet. He is considerate. He enjoys painting, music, and deep, open discussions. Additionally, for long he retained that aspect of himself over time, concealed. He had on a mask. He once stated, "In people see the roles. An interview, they're not seeing me." And to be honest, that hits house. How often have you had the feeling that people only see the version of you that they see, that they anticipate? Yes, Johnny had everything. Red carpets, fame, and big-budget films bargains. However, despite all, he felt be itself. Not everyone understood him. He was criticized, classified, and dissected in the media. He became only an image to many, something to discuss and sell, not as someone having genuine emotions, even when he went through those excruciating court cases. At difficult times in his private life, nobody seemed to be particularly interested in how he was doing. He seemed to be silently questioning whether anyone will love me, if I'm only me. That's what this is all about. Narrative. Because this is the reality. He's not alone in donning a mask. The majority of any of us. Perhaps yours appears to be always, either being the overachievers or the deal buddy on the internet, or behaving as. It's all right when you're truly hurting. It's draining. Additionally, Johnny's story serves as a reminder of something significant. We don't need to participate in order to be deserving of affection. What has Johnny done, truly taken to re-establish a connection with his actual self? And what does that teach us? He has first learned to distance himself from the sound. He finds solace in music, painting, and in solitude away from the cameras. Spending even 15 minutes a day alone you can feel more like yourself on social media. You once more. Additionally, he surrounds himself with those who actually see him. Not the fame, but the man who created it. Has stated that he appreciates friends that are reflective of return to his true self, rather than the Hollywood version. It's a really good reminder. All of us require those who care about us without the mask, and that is the type of person we can be for others as well. Finally, he discovered how to pronounce no. Johnny has declined roles, deals, and occasions that didn't feel correct. He simply stopped doing stuff since he was anticipated to. That's a strong lesson. It's not necessary to say yes to all of it. You can decide what corresponds with your true self. Now, allow me to ask you, what sort of do you wear a mask? Is it the one that appears content all the time? The one that acts like they've got everything worked out? You're not alone, no matter what it is. And taking it off is acceptable. Leave a comment and express your opinions. Your integrity could make someone else feel a little better. Less be itself. And if Johnny's tale resonated with even a small amount, then there's another video that I believe you'll truly enjoy to observe. Why Hollywood Broke Johnny is the title. Depp and the way he restored himself together. We even go further in that video. Further into the strain, the agony, and the significant choices he made when he was almost crushed by the spotlight. It's not only about the drama around celebrities, it concerns finding your center and healing when you are being drawn in by the world in every guidance. If this video made you feel anything genuine in you, I swear, and one will, the link is available directly on the screen or within the description that follows. Hey, could we just stop for a moment? If this video was created, you pause and consider whether it made you feel, if it made you feel a little less alone of something that may be deep within you. If you have been hiding, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a similar. That little click is incredibly helpful. More than you realize, YouTube is informed. Hey, this story is important. Perhaps you know someone, a sister, a friend, a co-worker, who has started donning a mask as well. Recently, someone who appears to have everything figured out, but perhaps they're having trouble on the within. Forward this to them. You never understand the power of a basic video. Listening to someone else's narrative can occasionally is the initial stage of repairing your own. Additionally, go if you haven't already. Click the subscribe button now. Not since doing so is the right thing to do, but since this channel is a real place, Human Tales. Here we transcend the surface. We discuss the topics that people feel, but hardly ever express out. We investigate the soul behind the headlines, the individuals who create the personalities, the facts that are obscured by the commotion. Sincerely, we require more of it. In a society where people are constantly in a hurry, performing, posting constantly, and occasionally. The most important thing we need is some peaceful time to be actual. I would now like to state that I'm hoping you'll pay attention. You're not a function. You are not who you claim to be on your CV. You're not the cautious, the filtered version of you that appears on social media. You're not the version of you that makes an effort to maintain, even when you're unhappy, everyone else is joyful, weary on the inside. You are complete, individual, messy, lovely, complex, sincere. Do your best. You and only you deserve to be noticed, just like Johnny. Not only after you've achieved success, not merely when you've figured everything out, but when you are in doubt, when you are in pain, when you're being authentic, raw self. Love is something you deserve, even particularly then. And I am aware of at times, it seems simpler to maintain the wearing a mask, acting the part and declaring, I'm, when you're not, say fine. However, this is the truth. Only when there is a genuine relationship, we remove the mask. It's frightening. I understand. But the magic is also there, begins. Because those that care about you for your true self, these are the ones worth clinging to. Thus, perhaps today's the moment you take a single, tiny step. Perhaps it's leaving a comment underneath. Tell the truth about your feelings. Perhaps your phone will shut off for 10 minutes, and spending time alone, ideas. Perhaps it's making a phone call and, hey, are you free to talk? Whatever it is, do it for you. Not for whom believe you are, but for your actual self deep down. And if you haven't heard this from anyone, let me be the one to say it lately. You issue. You are sufficient. Additionally, you are deserving of affection. Not for the mask you don, not because of the part you play, but for your soul, your heart, and your narrative. Once more, if this video was helpful in regardless, don't simply click away and ignore it. Allow it to remain in your mind. Allow it to make a disturbance. Remind yourself that even in a society where roles and performances, authenticity remains the strongest thing you can be. Additionally, if I still have you, if you're still after hearing, I would like to speak significant. Most likely, you won't. Be here by Mishap. Perhaps something pertaining to Johnny's you were moved by the story. Perhaps it brought to memory a moment when you felt like people, you were invisible, didn't see you, only what you were capable of for them. Or perhaps you're still trying to figure that out, still attempting to comprehend the reason. This narrative captivated you. However, either in any case, I'm very happy you're here because stories like this, the ones that speak to our innermost selves, the portions that we don't typically discuss. They're really important. If you're prepared for more stories that cut, more of that, amidst the cacophony, other instances that make you pause and think, after which you'll definitely eager to see the upcoming video. Why Hollywood Broke Johnny is the title. Depp and his reconstruction of himself. It goes beyond scandals or headlines or rumors about famous people. It's on what occurs when someone receives destroyed by the same world that once raised them. It has to do with suffering and healing, about losing oneself and finding your way back piece by piece, fragment. Furthermore, above all, it's regarding the actual requirements for rebuilding a soul, not simply a reputation. That, the narrative, is unvarnished. It is susceptible. Additionally, it could possibly inspire you to take exhale, remove your mask, and take every initial small step to becoming your true self once more. The link can be found either in the description below or on the screen. Additionally, I strongly advise you to not just put it on your list of things to watch later. Don't simply scroll away. Press it. Take a look. Allow it to communicate with you. Because occasionally, the most important thing we need to know is we are not alone in our struggles, that even those who appear to have everything don't together. That is strong, and it's liberation. Now, before you leave, I would want to thank you. I sincerely appreciate you spending time spent here today. You had the option to click on anything, funny videos that are popular news, scanning endlessly, but you decided to be in this peaceful little nook of the internet where we have candid conversations, where we think and where we experience, and I can infer something about you from that. It demonstrates to me your concern. Someone seeking purpose, for example, connection, a prepared individual, perhaps not completely, but at least somewhat to better understand oneself. Additionally, that requires bravery. Let me say this then, obviously, I recognize you, and I'm happy that you're in this place, because in this clamorous, hectic, our world is flawlessly filtered. Being recognized for your true self, that is uncommon. It's also valuable. You don't need to be flawless. You don't possess to have everything worked out. You don't even need to be aware of your next course of action. All you need to do is turn up as kindly and honestly as you can. That's more than sufficient. Additionally, I hope this area, this channel, may serve as a venue for you to feel secure doing just that. In this case, we have no interest in acting out. Our purpose is not to put on a display, seek likes, or embody something. We're not. Our purpose is to experience things, to discuss them, sit down with them, to be honest, to see the world and oneself without passing judgment, but with sympathy and interest. Thus, assuming that seems like something you'd like to have more of, you know what to do in your life. Strike turn on that subscribe button, alerts to ensure you don't overlook these peaceful, reflective times. Additionally, the majority of most importantly, stay put. Stay put for the upcoming narrative, the upcoming contemplation, the next open discussion. Due to actuality, we are all dependent upon one another. Everybody needs somewhere to be a little more human, allowing us to say, yes, I've experienced that. Or I've felt, where we might pause as well. Pretend and begin to recover. That's what this is. That is what this community is all about. Additionally, having you here makes it even more unique. Once more, I want to thank you for observing, hearing, and existing. Consider how you felt with you today. Don't simply. After the video concludes, leave it here. Don't put it away like a fleeting idea. Let it remain with you. Allow it to inhale your heart for a while. Occasionally, the most crucial emotions are the most subdued. The ones that arrive, not in a big way, but with an utterance, a pause, a lump in your throat. Leave that alone. Let it be actual. Because of how you felt today, that was important. Perhaps it contributed something to the surface you haven't considered really a long time ago. Perhaps Perhaps it caused you to recall an earlier iteration of yourself that you've been absent or staying away. Perhaps it sparked a sort of a desire that you are unable to completely, it's there, but explain. That's not little. That's not insignificant. Thus, take for you a minute. Perhaps you alone should write at a night's journal entry. Not for anybody otherwise. Not to be distributed. Only a handful sincere lines just for you to see. Even if you don't know what it is, it's messy. Simply put, write what is true. Or perhaps speak with someone. Talk to someone that is underneath the surface. Give a friend or dependable person and state, hey, today I saw something and it got me to reflect. Can we have a conversation? Or perhaps don't speak at all. Perhaps simply go outside. The breeze feels good on your skin. Take a look at the sky. Indeed, even if it's overcast, so relax and don't expectations. No need to calculate everything out. Simply take a breath. Simply exist. Just keep in mind that it's acceptable to possess every solution. Since the truth, you're not alone, that is. Not in your current. Not in the thing you're carrying. Not in your bewilderment, your optimism, your doubt. Your wish to be seen for what it is. You're not alone in wondering, am I sufficient? Or who asks in silence, if I was well known? But would they still? Do you care? We all don masks from time to time. Everyone has a role to perform. We grin while we're expected to grin. When we're expected to concur, we try our hardest to be the needs of others, even while we're battling within. But in your heart, are we all pursuing the same goal? To be cherished not only for our abilities, but also for who we are. To gain acceptance not because of how skillfully we perform, but for the depth of our emotions. To be comprehended even in our mess, particularly in our mess. Additionally, that leads me to something I truly desire, you to listen. You are more than a role. You are more than just your title at work, obligations, and your reputation. You're not only the version of you that is visible up in public, tidy, well-groomed, and carefully chosen. That's not you who says, I'm, when your heart is yelling, fine. Otherwise, you are a whole, multifaceted, a gloriously flawed human being. You are an ongoing narrative. Yes, it is flawed, expanding without a doubt, but more than that, you're real. You're learning, trying again, stumbling, unlearning, and that's a cause for celebration. As perfection is not the aim. It's not being the greatest. It isn't winning the acceptance from all those in your vicinity. The wholeness is the aim. It's the capacity to examine every aspect of yourself in the mirror. You, the courageous, the frightened, and shake the brave. Me, and I'm still deserving of affection, since you are. You deserve to be loved, nor due to your actions, nor because of your outward appearance as a couple, not due to your level of performance or how frequently you are successful, not because to how much you grin, or how little you grieve, or your seeming strength. You exist, so you are deserving of love. That's it. That's the entire prerequisite. You're the heartbeats. You make an effort. You are concerned. You sense profoundly, despite what the outside world says as well. And you're amazing because of that. Thus, if you haven't heard that recently, so let me to take the lead in saying it. You are sufficient. As you are at this moment, nothing has changed, required. So perhaps tonight, treat yourself. Authorization to remove the mask. Let's get some rest. Give yourself permission to be tender. Let's feel free from judgment. Additionally, if that seems frightening, if it seems too novel, just take a tiny step. Take this first. Take a look at the following video, how and why Johnny Depp was broken by Hollywood. He reconstructed himself. It's not merely a tale of wealth or fame. It's a tale about falling and becoming human apart, and choosing to rebuild, not as the world anticipates you to be self. There is a lot of honesty in that story. Suffering, atonement. Additionally, somewhere in there, you may discover a fragment of you. That is what you deserve. You are deserving. There's a feeling of coming home. It is important to remind you that you are not traveling alone. You also deserve it. In order to offer yourself the gift of introspection, of truth, and of healing, go watch it then. Spend that time. Make it your area to think, to feel, to breathe. Due to the fact that when we absorb tales such as this, yet we're not simply observing, we're recalling anything that we have within ourselves been overly preoccupied, overly cautious, or too hesitant to confront. I'll be right here too, in the following one, holding out to retain the having a discussion. You're not by yourself, no longer. You are now a part of something. I also hope you'll stick around. I'll see you shortly.